Sims 4 base game update was yesterday, and from that we got a couple new things as well as some more issues and glitches that I want to make you guys aware of. But first and foremost, I want to remind you all to back up your saves if you haven't already updated your game. Make sure that your mod folders are out because a lot of mods were affected by this base game update. But first and foremost, please be patient with the creators of these mods as they are going through it right now, trying to get these mods back up to date. Some of the main mods that were broken in this base game update were XML Injector did receive an update yesterday, but the Lot 51 core library was also broken in this base game update, and it has not received an update yet. Please be patient though, you know, they are working very hard to get these mods updated for you guys, but there was a lot of things that we got in this base game update. I understand why we've had a lot of mods that have broken, as well as like UI cheats. I don't know if that had an update or not yet, but let's get into what we got. But if you want to see more content like this, make sure that subscribe button down below. Without further ado, let's get into it. All right, so again, July 1st, yesterday, we got the update. So here is everything new that we got with this pack, with this update, if you did not update your game, or if you have updated it and wasn't sure of all the stuff that we got. The first thing that I will mention is the glass walls are a new feature, and honestly, I really like that update. And you can also put plants on roofs now, which I think is really cool. But there was a lot of stuff that we got for this update, so we're gonna go through it. So first up, the indoor weather bug was fixed. It should no longer rain or snow inside your Sims 4 house. They can no longer break physics. The next thing is non-occult eye colors. Players who own the Vampires game pack or the Get to Work expansion pack, as well as other occult focused packs, will be familiar with different eye types. This update allows non-occult Sims to have occult swatches for their eyes, which can be a little creepy, but also there are some occult eyes that I think are really pretty that I wish like my regular Sims could have. So that is pretty cool. They have pointy ears. This, I'm actually kind of surprised that this is a base game update, but honestly, I can understand why it would be. So now we have pointed ears, so you can really get creative with your Sims, and even if you don't have fairies, at least you still have the option to have like the pointed ears if you wanted to do, you know, a storyline regarding that. I don't know. I just think it's kind of cool that we have some more ear types. Then we have new create a sim items. This looks like this like bow was added, which is pretty cool. I mean, I didn't know that was added, but I guess they gave it to us. Anyways, new skin effects category. This is something that everyone was bugging out yesterday about because they were like, what is this? I would take it that we'll probably be getting more skin effects with the fairies pack. So I'm not exactly sure what this does, but you can now have skin effects for your Sims. So the next thing is new eyelash colors and dirty fingernails. So they gave some more eyelash swatches, which I feel like we desperately needed. And then you also have another swatch for like your dirty fingernails. So if you're doing like gardening and you want your Sims to be a little bit more realistic, you can give them like dirty fingernails so it looks like, you know, they actually did get a little dirty from gardening. Then we got a body hair texture improvements. Does body hair in the Sims 4 base game look more natural to you? That's because it revamped the textures of the original base game body hair from the July 26, 2022 patch and have been updated to look less like drawn on. So this is what it looks like now. So if you do play with body hair, you know, hopefully this looks a little bit more realistic for you. Then, of course, we have the glass walls, which is such a cool improvement. These are all of the swatches that we got for this. I love how they didn't just give us one and done. They actually did give us like 6 different swatches for these. So I love that. I think these are all super, super cute. I'm hoping for the fairies pack, we might get some more glass walls. But other than that, like, honestly, I don't like, this is something that I didn't know that I needed until it was brought upon as an option to have it. And I'm really happy that we have this option now. And then again, more objects on the roofs. I talked about how you can have plants on the roofs. Think that's pretty self-explanatory, but you can literally make your house a house plant. Like you can make a real life house plant because now you can put plants on top of your house, like if that makes sense. Anyways, we got the better notebook which basically revamps the notebook to make it a little bit more better, in my opinion. It looks a lot better. You can also look at your sim stats and go to, I think this is like the collections, but you can also, it looks like you can like write like a little bio as well. So basically this just improves it. So if you're doing like the fishing stuff, you can look at, you know, your different fishies and all of that. I don't really use the notebook because like before there wasn't really a lot there, but now I might start actually like paying attention to them. We also have personal bios. As we can see, it says, my name is Emma and my eyes are scary, which is pretty cool because if you wanted to like actually give your Sims a little bio for their notebook, you can do that now. Then we have a better collections menu. As I talked about this on my stream last night, this is now a new UI menu, as you can see. And as you can see here, it says 3 out of 32 for gardening. And you have this little bar. And then once it completes, it wraps around the whole, you know, icon to show that you did finish that collection. I absolutely love this. And then when you click on like the said collection, it'll pop up with everything here. And you can filter it a couple different ways. I think one of them was like rarity as well. They also have better inventory sorting, so you can do new, price, filter, crafted quality, gardening quality, freshness, and rarity. So that's pretty cool. And also with the spoiled food now, it'll have a red background so you can see exactly if the food's safe or it's not safe. Then they have some gardening additions. It says gardening has been given a few new quality of life improvements. You can now choose to fertilize all and evolve all, so you can instruct your Sims to tend to every plant. This is really nice because it can get annoying having to click each and every plant. So now if you click fertilize all, it will do it to all plants. Just watch out. If you don't want to fertilize all of them or evolve all of them, make sure you don't press that button. And then we got a gnome improvement after the last patch brought us gnome relationship bars. The latest patch allows them to move about on their own accord. So you can see them move in here, which is pretty cool. So I'm wondering if that's kind of like a little teaser to what we're getting with the fairies, as well as the bug fix update. These were some of the main ones here, but you can read the rest of the patch notes on the Sims community website. It says the indoor weather bug, we talked about that. Townies now have more variety in their names. Several categories have now been fixed in build/buy mode, and missing objects have been restored, as well as the eyedropper tool has been fixed and works with all objects again. Now, of course, I love the Sims and I love the base game update that we got, but when one thing gets fixed, there is a list of other things that get broken. I want to make you guys aware of the issues and glitches that are coming out with the latest patch so that you know it is not you or your computer, it is simply The Sims 4. I ran into a couple of these problems last night on stream and I was wondering what was going on, and it came to my attention that these are actually issues and glitches that The Sims 4 is now having because of this base game update. So again, yesterday, the Sims team surprised us all with a new game patch for The Sims 4. Not really a surprise, 'cause we all knew that we were getting an update yesterday. But it introduced brand new glass walls, the collections UI revamp, as well as the notebook UI revamp, and then the plants on roofs and other hidden features like the new skin effects and gardening additions. However, new Sims 4 issues and glitches have also been spotted. So basically, the problem is food plates and leftovers can no longer be dragged into the trash bins. People also talked about not being able to drag it into the sinks. Someone also brought up that they were not able to drag their pile of clothes into the hamper. And also, the whiteboards from businesses and hobbies can't be placed, nor are they being able to be like visible, like they're just vanishing off of y'all's Sims 4 lots. And then also the other one that I ran into last night was, well, I ran into the food and leftovers one. I didn't run into the business and hobbies one because I wasn't playing with the whiteboard, but the pregnancy tests are now not working. Like you can't take a pregnancy test. And I ran into that because last night on stream, we had Yvette. We were just messing around on there because we couldn't really play anything because the mods were not working. And she woohooed, and I went to the toilet to have her take a pregnancy test, and there was no option for it. Then she did it again and it popped up again, but that is an issue. So if your Sims are trying to have a baby and there's no pregnancy test popping up, it is probably a glitch, not your computer. So as far as I'm aware, these are the 3 main things happening. Now there might be more to come out as time progresses, but yeah, I'm just not sure like why we can't get an update that doesn't break the entire game, you know? And maybe that's too much to ask for, but hopefully we get a bug fix for this before Fairies comes out, because I really don't want to sit here for another 5-6 months like we did the weather thing and ask them to fix the the trash and the plates and the food plate issues. I just like that to get fixed, please. On some happier news, though, we did get a list of all of the Enchanted by Nature Create a Sim and Build objects. So that is some positive news because I was curious of what we were getting in this expansion pack when it comes to Create a Sim and Build objects. We have seen a few, items from both sides of what we are getting, but we have officially gotten like the little photos for it. So there's 181 items, including new clothing and accessories for all sim ages, sparkly new body details and face paint, as well as various different fairy occult presets and wing options. So this goes across just Create a Sim. That we have 181 items, which is actually a lot for Create a Sim items. That's not even build mode. That's just Create a Sim, I think. Yes. All right. So this is photo number 1. And then that kind of goes over some of the stuff that we're getting, as well as this is like the second photo of a bunch of stuff that we're getting. And then we have this page that kind of has some of the fairy wings on here and some of the new teeth as well. And then we go to this last page, which has got some new tattoos and some of the newer items as well. So honestly, I can't wait to see these in game because it's a little hard to visualize when it's on these and you can't really look at the swatches. But there's some items that I'm really excited to get to use in Create a Sim. So I'm looking forward to this expansion pack coming out. And then we go down to build mode. We have 163 new objects throughout the build mode part of this expansion pack. So this is page 1, has some windows, doors, some new roof stuff. And then going through here, there's some new plants. And like, obviously we have like the beds, these doors that look like little gnome doors. And then I think this might be like a wallpaper or maybe, I don't know what that is, but it looks cool. And then there's this like crib right here. So yeah, pretty cool to see all of these items and kind of get you more excited to get the game, and be able to build some new things in The Sims. So, oh, hold up. I saw something. I saw this swing set. This looks magical, and I can't wait to see this wallpaper in my game. That just looks so cute, but I'm gonna leave it there. And then this flower branch wall decal that didn't fit in the gallery preview, but it's right here. That looks pretty cool as well. So again, July 10th is when this pack comes out, so you will then be able to see all these items up in your game, which will be very exciting. Leaving off on this note into more of a speculation for The Sims 4, we do know that The Sims 4 came out with a board game that I believe is coming out July 18th. But among that, we saw something on that board game, and it showed some playgrounds. And we know The Sims loves to leave little Easter eggs, So the main gossip of this is, are we getting maybe a playground kit in The Sims for our, maybe toddlers, kids, maybe infants? I don't know. I think it'd probably just be like toddlers and children that would get the playground. But there was some, obviously, gossip. So you can see this playground right here. Now, we don't really have these items in The Sims. Okay, we have kind of playgrounds, but not really. So people thought that maybe we'd be getting some playgrounds. Now, I'm not here to confirm nor deny. I just wanted to let you guys know because I did think it was kind of an interesting take on it. Maybe this is something that they're trying to, tease us about, is in the future we could be getting a proper swing set and slide combination, more of like a jungle gym for our, toddlers and children in The Sims. So let me know what you guys think about it. Do you think we're getting, a playground kit? I think if it was going to get, introduced in The Sims, they would definitely do it as a kit and not a, game pack, stuff pack, or I don't think we need a whole pack revolving around, Jungle Gym expansion pack. So anyways, that's about it that I had for you guys for today's Simmers Digest. Hopefully you all enjoyed this video. Again, stay safe out there, please. When you're updating your Sims 4 game, make sure you're updating your mods. Make sure you're backing up your saves. We don't want you to lose anything. And yeah, just keep a lookout for maybe there might be another bug fix next week to fix some of the minor bugs that I was talking to you guys about with the issues and glitches. But yeah, biggest thing is let me know, do you think we'll be getting a playground kit? I feel like that could be a cool kit in The Sims, especially to give us more like objects for our toddlers and kids, because they don't really have a lot. There's a lot, but there's not. But anyways, hopefully you all enjoyed today's video. If you want to see more content like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the push notifications so you never miss another YouTube video on here or even live stream. We go live Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. Eastern time. And with that all being said, happy simming, and I will see you all next time.